Baseball has been a long-standing tradition at Palm Beach Atlantic University, but this year began a new chapter for the Sailfish with the addition of Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Gary Carter as the new head coach. Coach Carter has led an outstanding career, starting with the minor leagues in the Montreal Expos and then going to the major leagues with the New York Mets, winning a World Series with them in 1986. After the Major League ball, he went on to coach and work in the broadcast industry. He is an extremely generous man and does work for a number of charities, most notably the Gary Carter Foundation. I had the privilege of sitting down with Coach Carter and the pleasure of talking to this truly extraordinary man. So why PBA?
I had the fortune, Amber, of playing 18 seasons in the major leagues, and then was rewarded with being inducted into Cooperstown in 2003. And I felt like I had accomplished everything in my career, and I felt very fortunate and blessed that I had all that time. 2.5 years in the minor leagues, and then I did the broadcasting thing for 7 years. I did 4 years for the Marlins and did 3 years for the Expos. And my real heart and desire was to teach and to be able to either coach or manage.
You were recruited to play football at UCLA, and then you went on to play with a number of different teams. Has all that team building led to your coaching style and implementing team on the field?
Baseball has given me everything as far as the opportunities that I've had when it comes to, you know, the common sense of things and understanding what it's like, and being sort of people-oriented and socializing and just getting an understanding of what it's like in communication with other people.
You've had websites made in your honor as tributes to you.
Right.
You were almost of celebrity status to many.
Right.
How does that feel?
Well, it feels great, and I'm very honored and blessed. As I said earlier, God has given me a wonderful family. I feel very fortunate that I asked Christ into my life at a very early age. Jesus has been the foundation of my life, because I've always looked at it in this regard. Jesus is number one, my family is number two, and all the rest of it is number 3 and 4 and all so forth down. So, you know, God has directed me in my life in the manner in which I can be recognized in a celebrity type status, but also, you know, accomplishments are one thing, but I think that all in all, it's how you treat people. And I've always tried to be accommodating to the fans and to the media. And for instance, you know, there was an incident that occurred from a young man at 16 years of age, came to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium and asked for an interview from several of the other players, and they said no. He asked me, and I gave him 20 minutes to a half an hour or something. He walked out of there on cloud 9. His name was Dean Jordan. He became the Vice President of Communications with the Florida Marlins, and 16 years later, he hired me to become the broadcaster for the Marlins, and he remembered that. So what goes around comes around.
What can you tell me about the Gary Carter Foundation and all the work that y'all have done?
I've always been very charity-minded, because I lost my mother at a very early age. She died of leukemia. She was only 37 years old, and I was 12. And when I asked Christ into my life at age 19, and the learning process I went through, trying to understand why a loving God would take someone away as dear as my mom, I said if I could make a difference and give back, I would do so. And so throughout my baseball career, I got associated with the Leukemia Society, helped raise over $8 million for the society, and have seen a lot of lives saved because of the research that they've made to find a cure for this dread disease. In the year 1999, 2000 is when it started. I wanted to try to diversify my giving and not just be focused on one society like leukemia. And I've had a charitable golf tournament for 24 years now. Just recently we've helped benefit the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. And now we're going to be focusing on autism, because my 4-year-old grandson from my other daughter, Christy, has autism, and now we're going to be involved with an autism society here in the Palm Beach area. I've also been helping out underprivileged schools. That's been going on for 10 years, and it's been a Reading Counts program to better the education in the underprivileged schools. They've always needed financial help, so I've done that in regard of buying either computers or books in order for them to take the testing of this. They're rewarded with points, which then result in them winning either a brand new bicycle, or now they love iPods and all kinds of those gadgets that they have of today. And I've been able to extend almost $1 million to the schools in the 10 years. And I feel very fortunate about that.
Already in their season, the Sailfish have won more games than their entire last season. Coach Carter continues to be a blessing to PBA on and off the field.